She makes her trade and goes to the mount. I'm folding that to the inside, and my elbow goes into the center here, right? I can hold her back here, but this is more when I'm trying to move away from her. So I like this frame in the hip. I play this frame in the hip a lot, but this is more when I'm trying to get back into my normal half or back into a more traditional style of guard. Rewind just a little bit. So, yeah. As she crosses and you frame that off, if you want to make this move to the deep half, you're not going to be able to make that move if you're still holding her hip right here, right? So even if you start this way, you're going to have to slide that elbow to the inside so that you can move. You guys see what I'm saying? So bump that forward and slide your elbow to the center. Don't take it across the center. She's just going to slide to your back. So you're going to have to be really precise with your movement. So we bump forward and slide the shoulder into the hole. Once you're through, she settles her weight, shift, turn and look to the belly, grip the hip, up and under. We're swinging this way. 1, 2, 3. Much better. Much better. I didn't punch her in the stomach. You don't have to do the punch. Not that hard. I mean, that was brutal, so don't do it that hard for sure. Ready, 1, 2, 3. 13 minutes, let's go. Waiter sweep itself. So come on into the deep half. Actually stand up. So the waiter sweep is essentially, mechanically speaking, it's the same exact thing as a low single from wrestling. So I stay here. Leave it this way. So the low single works like this. When I take my shot, and drop my head into position here, what I'm doing is I'm collecting the outside of the ankle here. I'm putting a stop on it so the toe can't slip to the inside and have a base. Go back again. And then I'm using my posture to drive her knee over that angle right there. So that's how the low single works. If she's trying to go to one knee here, right there past, yeah, like, okay, ready, slap, bump. That's a low single. You guys see that? If somebody turns the corner against your turtle right here, might not always want to do it this way. Somebody turns the corner against your turtle right here. There's a low single. You guys see that kind of stuff all over the place. The waiter sweep is the same thing as a low single, mechanically speaking. What I'm doing is I'm getting into position here and here, and I'm holding the outside of the ankle, and now I'm going to drop the knee across that same angle. You see? If I go here, there's no waiter sweep. All she has to do is balance a little bit. I can never take it. So I push the knee over the angle that I cut away from the ankle. You guys see that? The way that we're using this during the flow is that we're bringing both knees to this side, but you don't have to do it that way. We bring both knees to this side and then we sit it up. But you could do it by bringing the knees and then opening the gap and attacking the legs. So as you go through the reps this time, what I want you to do is to focus real closely on the minutia involved in this angle right here. So find exactly where it, like, okay, it doesn't work for me here. Oh, and none of this. Nobody does this. It's here. This is going to be work that you have to do to keep this. And you're opening potential threats. Like she could start attacking the wrist, getting the underhook, etc. So we're playing it right here. Just a waiter sweep, like you're carrying a tray, you see? And I want you to play with the angle here. Where is it that she falls the best? Find it. Play slow, follow it all the way through. Finish the flow, but I want you to get into that waiter sweep and think about that low single as you go through. Pay attention that your arm is here. When we gather back, we're gonna work on getting that leg into this spot easier. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. So once you're underneath, remember there's a lot of different things that you can do with your foot positioning. It doesn't have to be this way. It really doesn't have to be any way. Just each different foot positioning serves a different utility, right? Some people like to play it like this. Some people do this where they stomp and keep a tension on it. Really long guys like that. If you ever watch my friend Jeremy Orell, he has a channel on YouTube, just a bunch of free stuff, good videos called Great Grappling. And when he plays his deep half, he's a real tall guy. Like, he stretches out like that, puts a lot of tension in that leg, and it makes it a much easier fall over. But I can't make the tension like that. You know, he's 9'3" or something like that. So to me, the deep half is played in a little ball. I can open my posture, but I feel like I'm playing in a little ball because that's what gives me. Look at all this momentum I've got with her hips now. Keep balance, don't fall no matter what. Don't get swept with one of the 3 basic sweeps, no matter what.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So when you get underneath, check that base form. Just a little of this is going to go a long way for you. And then a little of this is going to go even further. And then this is going to show you the waiter sweep. It'll be the easiest thing to do. So leg. Settle inside. Now she's like, there's no way I'm getting swept.
Nope.
No chance. It's not happening. So look. Don't let him have that leg.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So get your body moving. You only have the weight of their leg on you. So there's no way you're gonna get crushed if you do this even somewhat right. There's not gonna be any crushing. There's not gonna be any getting cracked in the face. If they sit up to punch you, they've already committed to one side or the other. So don't worry about strikes if that's your game. Get in, feel their balance. Make this move right here towards the waiter, towards that grip. So now just keep the leg light here. Yeah, there you go, soft shoulder. Moving towards it. You see this crunch? I'm moving towards it with my shoulder, and I'm bringing my knees to my face. Look how it moves her. You see that? So I'm playing under here, and then all of a sudden I'm up and I'm in. I keep this here. I never do this. As soon as so this is the hook here, the bend of the elbow. As soon as I start to straighten, try to straighten your leg and take it away, back to the deep half. As long as I'm here, there's no way. Do it again. Be strong with it. But if I let that happen, then she can overpower just the strength of my forearm. So I don't involve my muscles. I just put a structure right there that she can't leave from. Right, so you can think about it like a muscle sweep, but I think this makes me work a little more. This just seems to work right. But really, normally I just kind of do this thing. If you need to play with the foot positioning a little bit to check their base, do it. Just don't lose your position. That's all. In, I'm out, I'm up, and in and out. And I'm into my game. Here. When you sweep, you're gonna drop them into a spot, or they're not gonna. You gotta make a hole for them to fall into, or they're not gonna get the sweep. They're not gonna get the sweep. You can do that either on this side, and she falls into this hole here. See how her hips hit the ground here, or after you execute this initial tip right here, you can open your back leg, and that'll drop them into a different hole. And that's how we get to leg locks. But either way, her hip has to hit the dirt. You can either hit the dirt here, because my legs were straight on this side. I'm coming up sweeping, looking to score, looking to pass, be on top, crush. Or you can look to end this thing now and set them right here. Right? Right now, do the flow, but we're going to talk about sitting them here in just a second. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Pay attention to how you're getting into that waiter sweep. Rock their base, check their base. Make sure your waiter is at a 90-degree angle. None of this stuff here. That's for the birds. Yeah, okay, let's just do that. I drop this way, she sits here. And so you're thinking, he said if I do this, then she'll sit right here. But she won't. She won't. You have to tip her first. Here. And then once you feel your partner hit that kind of apex of the mountain up there, and they've passed the point of no return, they're no longer coming back this way no matter what happens. They're going this way. When you feel that, you make a decision. Do I leave the thigh right here and tilt her and drop her on this side, come back? Or do I get to the apex there and I let her continue as I straighten this leg and open this one? I set her hip on the floor and I pull both my knees to my face while I'm holding that knee.
How'd you pick that up so quick? He just showed it.
We'll do this one plus the next one.
Okay.
He already missed 2 minutes.